Hello tutors, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. It's update number 2 I believe on this project or vlog. This is the LAV C2 I believe, command variant. You'll see by the box art what it looks like. It's not going to probably look like that by the time I've finished it, but hey. So yeah, we've got all the base done, or the underneath of the vehicle. Sorry about, again, lack of space. Every time I come to do this one I have a lack of space. I was alright the other day, but since then I've painted a few more soldiers for my client, so they're all hiding behind this this piece of card at the moment. We've added the propellers, the little rudders, I presume they're rudders anyway. We've got all the suspension done. As I say, it's I'm not knowing yet until I actually get the wheels on, you know, if it's actually going to sit flat, because obviously these are slightly, the fronts here are slightly, well, I wouldn't say open to interpretation, but as you can see here, you know, I've got a slight gap there, and all of you experienced modelers know it can all increase the chances on the end product of something either not being straight or sitting flat, you know, that type of thing. But we'll see. And that's about it for that side. Obviously we've got some shackles here. They are glued in place rather than loose. I don't know if that was the right thing to do now, because they actually look a bit unnatural like that, so I might have to soften those up and get them to conform slightly better to the angle of the vehicle, but we'll see. So that's our base. I've done a fair bit to the top part, to the hull. Now I know what a lot of the guys, experienced guys, are saying, Gav, they're not going to survive first contact in the rest of the modelling and painting process. Yeah, I understand that. I'm just, again, I'm trying to follow the instructions rather than just go blasting ahead like you experienced guys can do, and jumping 3 steps ahead, things like that, because I just end up stuffing up all the time. You know, I just think until I get a handle to read instructions properly and just carry out the simple tasks, I'm just trying to keep it fairly, you know, as the instructions tell me. There is a couple of differences I've left off, and I'll go over that in a second. So these lights, you'll see the one what I would call convoy light. They've got one here. There's supposed to be one there by the look of it. It's not in any of the bags, and there's a little divot there, so I'd imagine that's come off in the moulding process at some stage. But it's, as we all know with military vehicles, it's not uncommon for things to be broken off. Yeah, all the hatches, you have to install all these hatches. You can have them open. Obviously it'd just be, as I've said before, a big cavernous hulk. You'd have to put some plasticard in there, and I believe you can get resin engines and things, but as I say, for me, everything's on a budget, and when I got the kit for around £19 I believe, I couldn't really justify spending probably that and more on resin bits. I've gone with, again here, this is obviously the kit plastic, the styrene. It does have a nice little option. Oh, by the way, these brackets here can also be done in photo etch. I was going to say this can be done in photo etch as well, and there'll be another wire cutter at some stage going up here. But I don't know, I mean, again, I'm a newbie, but I look at a lot of the plastic I'm looking at head on, and I don't really think it needs photo etch on that part. This was also photo etch. You could have photo etch as well, this cover over the vision ports here. I decided to go with the plastic because, again, you know, I look at it and it doesn't look out of place or overscale to me. There's going to be some, you can get PE to drop into these louvers here, and that's what I will put the PE on there. And no, not I know what you're saying, oh Gav, it's simple, you don't have to bend anything. No, it's just, I just think that probably, although again there's nothing wrong with that, but yeah, I'll probably put the PE in there. And there's a hard bit to do. There's the exhaust that will run along the side of the vehicle, and that has a cover I've not got to that stage yet, but they're telling you again to cut that off and reconform it with the PE if that's what you want. And I will have a go at that because I do think that looks like the better option. So I'm trying to just use the PE, not just for the sake of using it. You know, I'll put it where I think it's going to look effective. So we've gone round and we put all these Chuan antennas blocks on. I'm not sure if these are IED countermeasures on here or more signal gear. We got our I suppose M60 you call it. That was a nice little thing to put together. Again, all the hatches have to. Again, all these hatches can be posed open. It's just that you'd have to make up your own things for the inside, for the interior. I've done the jerry cans, and of course this is an ad hoc video again. I wasn't going to do this, but as I'd left them out on my bench overnight before I started painting, I thought, oh, stuff it, let's put a video up. So these gaps here will have jerry cans. Now I will leave those off because the shape of the jerry can means it'd probably be a pain in the bum to paint with getting paint on the vehicle that you've just sprayed, and also there's knowing my luck. I mean, I've got enough deep crevices and everything in there, and I can guarantee I'll have primer showing from behind the jerry cans. So I've left the jerry cans off. There is a bracket. I've left the plastic on. The plastic bracket's already moulded to the jerry can. You just have to de-seam it, the whole jerry can, with your sanding stick, and stick on the handles. And that was obviously easy enough to do. And I looked at the PE, and again I thought, well, I'm not 100% sure if that's going to look that much different, so I decided to leave that off. Again, I'm not cutting corners with this. As you guys know, I just take my time with these things. It's just I'm not rushing at anything. It was just for the fact that I thought, it didn't really seem to accomplish that much to me. And then we've got these sections, which I keep saying, I presume are the tent sections for maybe the back of the vehicle. As I say, a lot of command vehicles will often have a canvas back to them to extend the working area of the vehicle. So yeah, that's on. Put also some little grab handles and whatever. I've got some nice mirrored. What is it? It's like a sticky back something. I'd got for an aircraft I never actually ever bought, but I thought it was something that Plasmo had suggested, and I thought it was such a good idea. I looked online and bought myself a small roll of it, so I think that looked good on the on these mirrors when I finally get round to them, if I don't snap them off first. So guys, thanks a lot for stopping by. As I say, it's progressing slowly. As I say, I do the odd night on it. Last night was a night on it. The night before I was painting my Native American bust. And I'll probably be painting the bust again tonight, so this will probably have a night off tonight. But it's getting there. I've got another... Don't tell the wife, for crying out loud. I've got another 1 in 35 kit coming, something a bit different, and so I'm hoping to get that in the next week or two. I'm just stocking up, I mean, I'm more or less self-isolate anyway with my head problems, but I'm just thinking, maybe I might need to get a couple of kits in. So I've been getting a couple of bits and pieces. I've got enough figures to paint. That should see me through any self-isolation. I'm more thinking if the wife comes back from work and says they've been told that they've all got to, lock themselves up or whatever. So, guys, I'm waffling, but you take care of yourselves. I hope whether you're sticking plastic, whether you're painting figures, whether you're rolling dice, I hope you take care of yourselves and those around you. As I say, these are a bit dark times at the moment, but we'll all get through them. So you take care of yourselves, and we'll see each other soon on another video. Cheers.